If you're free tomorrow, would you play Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo with me?
Hey Gromit, what does your gun sound like?
With the success of Wallace and Gromit around the world, it will only be a matter of time for the duo to venture out to different mediums. We've seen this with movies, a miniseries, and even video games. There's some Wallace and Gromit games out there, but the one I'm taking a look at today is the duo's first game, Project Zoo. Will Project Zoo bring in the duo's glory in video game form, or will it be more amusing to think about getting piped raw by a gorilla? Let's find out, guys! So remember my Vengeance Most Foul review where I say that the movie retconned Project Zoo? Well, it's because technically, Project Zoo is the first sequel to The Wrong Trousers. Wallace and Gromit goes to the zoo to celebrate the birthday of a polar bear cub named Archie. However, when they arrive, not only is the zoo under new management, but Archie got kidnapped. Now you're probably saying to yourself,
who could possibly be behind all this?
Well, it's the big bad penguin himself, Feathers motherfucking McGraw. And yes, he's seeking revenge. So it's up to Wallace and Gromit to stop Feathers, save Archie, and save all the other animals at the zoo. Imagine getting kidnapped on your birthday. Couldn't be me. This story definitely sounds like a Wallace and Gromit short, but since this is a video game, the main priority is the game itself. Might as well start with the graphics. For 2003, these visuals are pretty damn good. The environments look vibrant and the art style surprisingly translates well into video game form. I feel like you could have done what Skull Monkeys did, but that's okay. As for the game's controls, well, it plays like an early 3D platformer. Gromit's controls are pretty damn janky. You can get used to it, but more on that a little later. The entire game takes place in the zoo. I didn't know zoos have lava, but I'm gonna let it slide. You play as Gromit for just about the entire game, though you do call Wallace over to fix some switches to progress through these areas. He can also create weapons for you, a banana gun, a turnip gun, and a porridge gun.
3, 2, 1, blast off, am I right, fellas?
There are two main collectibles in the game, baby animals and tools. To get to another area, you must free your baby animal, but you need tools to progress through each area, cause some gates are locked behind switches, and some of these switches are also locked behind nuts and bolts, the game's currency. There's also coins to collect. Get enough coins and you unlock a bonus level. The bonus levels are fun, but why are they locked behind coins? If you're not going for the coins, you're gonna be doing the same shit within every area of the entire game. More on that later. The music in this game is pretty damn good. It reminds me of the Pixar games from the PS1 era. The music can get either atmospheric or intense, depending on the world. I wish I could hear this music more, cause half the time the game has no damn music. I'm playing this game on the Xbox, so I don't know if this is an Xbox port problem. Now, you know how I kept saying more on that later, right? Well, cause I haven't talked about the gameplay. Now, Project Zoo has a lot of great ideas going for it. However, it needs fun gameplay to bring it all together. Well, I can safely say that the gameplay in Project Zoo is absolutely garbage. The janky-ass controls might have been forgiving for a linear game, but since this is a Spyro-esque open world game, it fucks up the gameplay. These two don't mix at all, which is especially annoying whenever you're trying to make precise jumps. Combine that with the awful camera and you learn that this game constantly fights with the player at the worst times. It doesn't help that every area is maze-like and it is so easy to get lost in this game. And let's say you miss a jump, but you don't die. Well, you're cooked. Now you're down to another spot and you gotta figure out where the fuck to go. Every area suffers from these same problems and it gets annoying quick. Especially since you have to do some Smash Bros. Melee type shit just to get an essential collectible. Every area is tedious, repetitive, and just downright boring. Maybe, just maybe some of these areas were fun the first time playing them. But once you realize how shitty the camera and the level design are, it just gives the game an artificial difficulty. That's hard, not because the levels are intentionally designed to be hard, but because you're fighting the controls and the camera just to progress through a series of platforms. And to make matters worse, Wallace is unreliable half the time. When you call Wallace over, sometimes he comes no problem, other times he's fucking stuck and you have no choice but to backtrack to get Wallace, only to get fucking lost. Oh, and stealth? Never again. Use a big ass box to hide from motherfuckers, but regardless, you get caught and killed anyway. So what's the point? And every time you die, you hear some bullshit ass, womp, womp, womp. So you better get used to that sound. Dark Souls treated me better than this. Now I know I've been ranting on the gameplay like crazy, but I will admit, there are some fun levels in this game, just not the base levels. Those are ass. Like I said, the bonus levels are fun, albeit sometimes the platforming can get annoying, and the boss encounters are actually pretty damn good. Sometimes you fight a boss, other times it's a short but intense level, like a chase level or an escape level, you know? And these encounters are pretty damn challenging, but they were still fun because it was cool to figure out how to beat this boss or progress to the next world. Ain't that some shit? The boss encounters and the bonus levels are more fun than the main levels. Figure that out. Let me just clarify that I don't hate Project Zoo. I know I sound angry in this review, but that's because this game could have been great. It nailed almost everything. The graphics are great, the music is fire, the game has some unique features, and the side levels are actually pretty good. But the main areas ruined this game and prevented it from otherwise being a great Wallace and Gromit game. For my recommendation, if you see this game with a reasonable price, get it and maybe you'll enjoy it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. Dude, I bought this game off eBay and it came with no case and the game didn't fucking work. Had to go to the post office, return it, buy another copy, this time from Mercari, and I was rewarded with a game that's borderline bad. If you were in my shoes, you'd be pissed off too. So that was the Wallace and Gromit series, and I gotta say, this series was just fantastic from beginning to end. I know Project Zoo wasn't a positive review, but to be fair, that's just a video game. A lot of those games are mediocre anyways. Wallace and Gromit has shown to not only be one of the greatest animated franchises of all time, but I genuinely think Wallace and Gromit is the greatest stop motion thing of all time. I will debate anybody on that statement. If you watch these videos to the very end, thank you so much for watching this review season, and I'll see you guys this November. Or maybe earlier, who knows? I'm out.